Which organization will pay the most money in 2025? That's what we're going to talk about right now. In this video, we're going to look at who is going to pay the anglers most after entry fees. That is crucial right now. We'll look at the top 10, 5 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20, and then 21 through 30. Now we're only doing 30 because the BPT next year in 25 is only going to pay the top 30. They're only going to have 65 anglers. But we'll look at the Elites, the BPT, and the MPFL, and we're going to find out where the anglers will be paid the most in payouts after entry fees. And this video is going to be brought to you again by Edwin Evers Pecans. The pecans we all love. They're inexpensive, they're fantastic. They have all different types of flavors. We tried the pecan jalapeno brittle. I might have that backwards, or the jalapeno pecan brittle. It is crazy hot, but exceptional. We ate all the creme brulee pecans. We've eaten pretty much all of it. It's a great opportunity, or it's a great Christmas opportunity for friends, family, and yourself if you want to have something great to eat. So go to edwineverspecans.com. I know this really isn't a paid sponsorship, but he sent me some, and I feel like it's only right to say thank you by doing this. So if you want some great pecans, edwineverspecans.com. Where are they going to make the most money? On the BPT, on the Elites, or on the MPFL? Well, first and foremost, we're looking at the 2025 payouts. Now, there could be a payout change for the MPFL, so I'm going with their 2024 payout. Each place is all paying first place at least 100 grand. You're going to make 100 grand on MPFL, you're going to make 100 grand on the Elite, and you're making 150 grand if you finish first on the BPT. Also, some other news. The BPT only has 65 anglers. They'll have 50 in 2026, but in 2025, 65 amazing anglers are going to be competing for 150 grand. The Elites will probably have somewhere in that 100 to 105, maybe 107, and the MPFL will have 123 anglers competing for 100 grand. On the Elites, there is no entry fees. On the Bass Pro Tour, there's 6,428, give or take. And on the MPFL, it's $5,000 for every entry fee for the tournaments. The BPT will be the smallest, most condensed elite field. The Elites are going to have the biggest platform. They're going to have some amazing anglers on there too. And no entry fees. The MPFL is going to have some bigger names that don't like forward-facing sonar, but no offense to the MPFL, as Zach Burge has said, if any of those guys think they can qualify for the Elites or the BPT, he welcomes it, but most probably wouldn't qualify. But that field is drastically different in terms of competition, comparing them between the Elites and the BPT. But the question is, where would the anglers make the most? Now, I ran the numbers, and I should say first, Booster, my buddy, my good buddy, asked me about this video, and he started the process for me. He showed me what the top 10 of the BPT, the Opens, the Invitationals, the MPFL, and the Elites did. I condensed this down to only the three major ones: MPFL, Elites, and BPT. And I will throw most of it up over here or over here. I just don't know which way it looks because I have to look down there to see what I'm looking at and then look at the camera. So I don't know which side I'm going to use. But let's start off with the number 1 angler through number 5. On the Elites, they are going to pay $190,000. On the BPT, they're going to pay $285,000. And on MPFL, they'll have $162,500 between payouts between 1st and 5th. Now, right now, these numbers do not include entry fees. We're going to go through this, and then we'll do the entry fees at the end. Anglers 6 through 10 will be paid $60,000 on the Elites. They will be paid $106,500 on the BPT, and then the MPFL is another $60,000. 11 through 15 on the Elites are going to make $29,875. On the BPT, they're going to make $78,000, $78,500, and then on the MPFL, they're going to make $40,800 in payouts. Anglers who finish 16th through 20th will be paid $25,250 on the Elites in total. They'll make $76,000 on the BPT in total, and then $46,000 on the MPFL. When you get to anglers 20 through 25, their total payout will be $15,000 for the Elites. They'll make $50,000 on the BPT, and they'll make $41,000 on the NPFL. Anglers 26 through 30 will make $5,200 on the Elites. On the BPT, they'll make $50,000, and then on the NPFL, they'll make $40,000. When you give that grand total, anglers 1st through 30th in the tournaments are going to make $325,325. They have no entry fees, so that's all considered profit for those guys. The total payouts per tournament, 1st through 30th on the BPT, will be $646,000. After entry fees, anglers will be paid $453,000+. They will have $192,840 in entry fees. On the NPFL, the total payout will be just under $400,000. After entry fees of $150,000, the anglers will be paid $240,000. So when you look at it, NPFL is going to pay $240,000 after entry fees, so that top 30. For the Elites, they're going to pay $325,000. And on the BPT, they're going to make $453,000. There is a huge discrepancy between the NPFL, the Elites, and the BPT. And the BPT and their ownership had lots of shots taken at them at different podcasts and anglers. But if you look at the numbers, if we only do the top 30, you're making a lot more on the BPT than any place, even with entry fees. But you still have to finish in the top 30. But those anglers are going to make almost $125,000 more than the Elites. And they're going to make almost $210,000 more than being on the NPFL. Where would you fish it if you had the opportunity? Do you go for the money, or do you go for the Elites and get that classic bid and get that chance at being a classic champion? Do you want the money, or do you want the fame and the classic? And each angler is going to have a different perspective on where they want to go and why. But the BPT is going to pay more than ever before. And while having no entry fees is fantastic for the Elites, still not making as much money. Whereas the NPFL offers anglers a good opportunity or second chance to make a second income against that crowd of fishermen. And there's some stud anglers on NPFL too that just don't get the acknowledgement that they deserved. So what do you think? Am I crazy? I got to thank Booster for sending this to me. I really do appreciate it. I have to also say thank you to you guys. Another fantastic month on here. Almost reaching my goal. The goal is really high expectations. So I really appreciate it. If you have the time, click that subscribe button, and let me just say thank you to the members, subscribers, and everyone who comments all the time. I appreciate it. So comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button. Make sure you take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.